The Paperclip Murders, Chapter 9. If Trees Could Kill. That interview was a fact-finding mission, and it accomplished much of what I expected to, which was about nil, zip, and nada, three sisters I never liked to see coming at me. I had grilled Mary, whose last name wasn't contrary, about Hennessy and Brock, and got the usual answers. They were fine bosses, treated everyone reasonably, didn't have any conflicts with anyone that she knew about. Brock was going through a divorce and had allegedly made a pass at one Patty Birmingham, which I noted down to follow up on. Hennessy was a bit of a drinker and reportedly kept a bottle of scotch in his desk. I noted to follow that up too, because a great detective always follows on his clues, no matter how much liquor might get in the way. After Mary had left the office, I had Patty come in and we discussed Brock and his attempt to lip sync all over her. Now, this is where things got weird and uncomfortable. Patty was a housewife, 2 children, but she still kept a reasonable figure and she wasn't a bad-looking bird. So when I started questioning her about Brock, she got twitchy. Her fingers started playing with the hem of her skirt, with a lock of her hair, and she started having trouble making eye contact. She acknowledged that Brock had been attracted to her and had made the mention of that specifically to her. Here, I thought I felt an unpleasant instinct kicking in, something low and deep in my gut, almost like I'd eaten bad sausage the day before. "Mrs. Birmingham," I asked, giving a pregnancy to the pause and made it look like we could be having twins. "Did Mr. Brock ever corner you?" Something in her face went all concrete, like the way people sometimes do, right before they shatter into little weepy bits. I only had time to mutter a strangled "God help me," before the woman completely melted down in the chair. One moment she was a bona fide member of the working class, with the ability to vote and earn a fair day's wages, and the next she was a sobbing banshee of a woman. Woodchuck came flying into the office like it was free drink at the pub day, and as he tried calming her down and gave me something akin to an accusatory glare, she crawled into a corner. Sometimes, friends and neighbors, sometimes I hate my job, because I can't just let someone crawl into a corner, not when their reaction is so explosive. So I had to go after her, attempting to ask her the hard questions over her bawling and Woodchuck sputtering, and it started to sound like we were drowning cats at the boat races. Eventually, through her strangled answers, I began to piece together why she was freaking out, and it wasn't pleasant. Not in the least. There are times that I'm ashamed of being the gender that I am, and when I hear of men taking advantage of a peach like that, it makes me boil inside. And the trouble was compounded here because it wasn't just Brock that had cornered her, not if she was to be believed. It was Hennessy, too. And now, ladies and gents, we finally had a motive.